Hey, what's up, everybody? Look, today I was going to talk about one thing, and I feel I'm being led to talk about something else. Um, I'm starting to cover men's mental health, and I had a topic on today, but that topic is going to have to wait. It'll be in the next video. This one I want to talk about was experience in my own sort of mental health, and what that looks like in some man, and some things that we might not even recognize as, being a thing of mental health or depression, or anxiety, or anxiousness, worrying, different things like that, being hurt, things that we would do to ourselves because of those things that happened to us before. So look, I recognize today, and it brought to me, I was thinking about something that was really on my mind, and I realized when food is something for me that's a comfort. Just I would say probably like many other people, but my wife calls me a foodie, which I love food. That's say I think everybody, it's a lot of people love food. Some people like, I just use it for fuel, but I love going to different restaurants and things like that. But depression can look like this in men too as well. And I'm just talking about men. I know women, go through that same thing, but the depression can look like this. And I'm talking to some men that might not even think about it. When we get depressed and we don't even know it, or something's going on where our anxiety is high, or some stuff is just not working out, where we're worried about certain things, when we're worried about certain things, I'm waving somebody off. When we're worried about certain things, we tend to overindulge in food. Let's just call it what it is. We tend to be gluttonous in food because that's a comfort for us. A lot of times when we have just a horrible day or horrible week, or we have something on our mind, let's say we're worried about a loved one, or we're worried about a diagnosis from a doctor, from for ourselves, or we're worried about saying our job is laying off, or as the head of the household, we're worried about paying bills and making sure that our family can stay in the place where we're staying out for another month, that we're able to provide and put on the table, food on the table for the next day, for the next month. Just different things as men that we worried about. We're behind on our car notes, so we're worried about the repo man coming to take that car. We don't know what's gonna happen. So you already know how some of us used to do. I was like this back in the day when when I was behind on my repo payment. We put 2 or 3 cars in front of that car. That's they looking for, and in hopes that they don't come take that joker. But just different things that pile up on us and that we worry about, and we use food as a comfort and as a safety thing. But at the same time, when we overindulge in food, when we eat too much, a lot of times with fast food, we're creating other things in our bodies that's adding on to what's already been going on with the stress that we're already putting onto our bodies, when it comes to because a lot of times we're eating fast food, we're eating junk food, we're eating at the first thing we see, we're eating, because they call it comfort food. They call a lot of junk food and fast food comfort food, or even food that we might cook and we might over season or whatever. We're just eating too much of it because we're trying to fill a void. That's what it is. We're trying to fill a void of depression that some might not even know that you have. Or you might not even be able to pinpoint why am I sad, or why am I angry all the time? Why am I snapping at people? Or I just don't understand. But this thing right here, food, is what's comforting me. But a lot of times that attaches on sickness and other disease, piled, like I said, that's being piled on with the addition of the stress and anxiety we're putting on our bodies. And what I'm telling you is, brothers and sisters, not sisters, brothers, I want y'all to get help. The help that you need. I want y'all to talk to. Don't be afraid to talk to somebody. I had to learn to talk to be able to talk and to open up and communicate about when I I am feeling depressed, when I'm feeling down and lonely. I had to realize, like I said, I had to learn to be able to, instead of eating when I was feeling down or feeling sad and feeling low, to be able to talk about that situation, call somebody that's a accountability partner, or a family member that you could count on, or a mentor, somebody, a friend, a wife, it didn't matter. Somebody that's a confidant to you that you be able to call and talk to, because what we're doing is, I think food was my parallel, but alcohol can be your parallel or your comfort. Going out and do dangerous stuff can be your comfort. You know what I'm saying? I want to go out and be reckless right now. I don't know why, but I'm be reckless. That can be your comfort, and covering up hurt and pain. But like I said, if we just learn how to talk to somebody, that can be step one into healing whatever pain that we have. And I'm not saying that's the only thing that'll be the main step and the main goal, but that's a step in the right direction. That is a step in the right direction to be able to communicate our feelings and tell people what's going on with us, instead of using a crutch or something that is comforting to us, something that we know or we think will fill that void, because in actuality it's not filling the void at all. A lot of us, I would say with me, I would say we eat and you know what I'm saying, until we're full, until we're past full. And then we wait, you know what I'm saying, and then we'll eat something else when we get bad news or whatever. That's not going to help you at all. All it's going to do is create problems in your body: high blood pressure, diabetes, a little weight gain. And I'm not saying big people, they have all these diseases, because skinny people have, these things too as well. I don't care what size you are, you just have them. I'm just letting you know the things that affects that it can have on your body. Sluggishness, that you want to sleep all day. You don't want to get up and do any activities, for depression, and that you're eating this food that's bogging your body down, and then it's fogging your brain. I just completed a 3-day fast. I'm still doing one, but I completed a 3-day, no food, straight no food, water only, water and 100% juice. And then the last day I did a straight dry fast. And then after a certain time, after I think I did a 12-hour drive, 13-hour dry fast. And after that 13-hour, I drank some water, and then I started, healing myself and putting nutrients and stuff back in my body. Because we're doing our fasting. Anybody that knows when you're fasting, you go that extreme, what it is. But your body, I had to reset my body. I had to reset my body because of everything that I was putting in it and that I was eating. and that I was bogging my body down, and my body was feeling sluggish. And I also did the fast because I need to hear from God too as well. But the other thing that helped was, like I said, not ingesting this junk food and all this other stuff for a comfort. And you know what my comfort was? My comfort was praying. My comfort was reading my word. My comfort was just sitting and meditating in God's presence. And I'm not saying that's, this is me and some of my people that watch this video. But some might find it, saying meditating somewhere else. But I'm telling you what helps with me and how I meditate, and it's with God and being in his presence. And that helped. That helped. And then having people to talk to as well, instead of running to that food, instead of running to that thing that I think and that I thought was comfort, that it helped too. I'm telling you right now, I promise you, man, talking it out is one of the steps to help yourself get better and get out of the funk that you are in. Get out of the whatever depression or state, mental state that you are in at the moment. It's one of the things that'll help. I know there's many other steps to help you to get out of that fully, but talking to somebody that's reliable and that could be a listening ear and then give you some good advice is truly something that helps. When we are around people, and when we're around people, do you know that it's an affection that rubs off on each other? Humans, we have to be around people. I know my introverts are saying, look, I like being in the house, reading a book, sometimes, but I know sometimes you guys like to be around people too as well, even if it's for an hour, 30 minutes, and then you be like, okay, you gotta go. See you later. I had enough. My energy is dry. Is dried up. That's how my wife is. Look, I hadn't had enough. We gotta go now. But we all need to be around people. So what I'm saying right here and right now, man, is find someone that you can talk to, that you can confide in, and be able to tell them the things that are going on that might be hurting you, the rough day that you're having. Because I promise you right now, right here, it will help. It will help you. All right. Look, this is Mr. NTL. I hope that you guys have a beautiful weekend. Okay. Once again, find somebody to talk to. I'm coming out next week with something else on mental health for men. This is my thing. Would it be for men? Because we have a thing where it's a stigma for us to talk about our mental, and it's starting to open up, and it's getting better, but we still got a long way to go, and we will make it. All right, y'all have a good one. Peace.